Hello, YouTube. Welcome to it. Just get it there. Just wanted to reach out to you, so let you know what's been going on. I've been looking, haven't found really much of anything going on. Everybody keeps telling me, "Oh, we're hiring, but we're not hiring in New York." Whatever. Well, it was a joke. They did the pay. I was a lease operator through them. That truck that I was driving, which was a nice truck. Don't get me wrong, was a beautiful truck, but dealing with them booking loads and then taking 80%. I got 88% of it. They got 12%. That's fine. But when they're booking the loads, then they expect you to go when they want you to go. No, I book loads accordingly. And if you look at that video that I showed, that I just did about the Truck Smarter and DAT load boards, DAT I'm not paying for. DAT is a paid. I showed what you get when you don't pay for it. So if DAT actually has better loads, I have no idea because I'm not paying for it. I can get the same freight that I see on the Truck Smarter app than on DAT. And I know what I'm looking at. I can bid, I can book whatever I need to do with them. But there is one thing that I like better about DAT. It gives you the fuel, gives you everything, and you can always I can book. I can go from booking one load, then go into my next load, like I like to do. I don't usually go pick loads freight back up the same day. I did when I was a company driver. It's usually because they usually found me stuff that was usually relatively close, within 20 or 30 miles or so, and I usually had the time to go pick it up. When you book loads, and like they were doing with me, I go pick it up, and next thing I know, I'm sitting there trying to get as close as I can so I can have the hours to go someplace else or try to get to another load. The only problem is they would book my loads every day, so the next day I didn't know where I was doing, so I had no idea where to go. So if I'm 100 or a little bit more than 100 miles away, it's stupid. I like to know where I'm going, get everything set up, boom, 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 go, boom, boom, go, 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 keep going. But they say the dispatchers were supposedly experts at what they do. No, they weren't. Because I explained to them how I like to do things, and then they gave me that load that they booked without me giving any permission to book or even ask them for a load. And that's why I'm not working for Abala anymore, is because the dispatchers are complaining that I'm hard to dispatch. I go, I'm not hard to dispatch. I keep it simple. If I unload in one spot, find me another load, it'll get me someplace else where I can that'll pick up the next day. If depending on the time, I don't say no if it's worth the money for me to do it. That load going from Louisville, Kentucky to Columbus, Ohio to straight through, where I had 6 hours on my clock. Mm-mm. I know that area, and I'd be hitting it during rush hour. I would not be doing that during rush hour, but nor here nor there. And in case anybody's wondering, the thumbnail that I've been using, that truck that you see, that was my old truck. I used to have my own authority. I was stupid. I should have just bought the truck outright. Said I leased it, and I lost the truck because instead of buying it outright, I decided to lease it. That was a stupid idea. The truck was a 2018 Kenworth T680. Beautiful inside, beautiful outside. Of course, the only problem with it had the adaptive cruise, and it had the PACCAR engine in it. Ugh. But it got me from point A to point B. It was a great truck. Did what it was supposed to do. It had a 13-speed manual in it. The way I think all trucks should be, with a manual. If you can't drive a manual, learn. It's not that hard. Stop letting people make you think it's hard when it really ain't. Learning to drive a manual is real easy. You got more control, better stability than having an automated truck. In case you haven't figured it out yet, if you go to these truck stops, you'll see people flying through the parking lot because they're driving an automated. They think they're driving NASCAR. Next time I get a chance, next time I'll buy a truck stop, which ain't gonna be often. We'll discuss that. But yeah, I used to have my own authority. I gotta be careful how I put that on job applications because these companies are not smart to understand that if you have your own authority, you don't need the Drug and Alcohol Consortium. FMCSA handles that. You hear all these things. You'll get a billion phone calls a moment. You do your authority. You'll get a bunch of people offering to help you doing everything. If that's easy, depending on your state, it's relatively easy. The Kentucky, if you get fuel in Kentucky, that's easy. You don't need to pay for all these companies to do it for you. You can do it yourself. Not hard. IFTA is done quarterly, and that's relatively easy and easy to do. New York State, same thing with the HUD sticker. That's easy. The HUD sticker is last I looked when I bought it, when I got it, was $8. It lasts for 2 to 3 years. You just record your fuel as you buy in New York State. You don't buy fuel, put it down to 0. Not hard. It's relatively easy. But yeah, everybody comes up with these ideas that you need this, you need that. You don't need these. You don't need these people to do it for you. All you need to do is the knowledge. It's not hard to do. Just like people don't get it. I pay like $600 or $700 for my authority. I didn't have to get all that. The guy that handled my authority helped me get everything all set up. And I basically did my IFTA, which was relatively easy. IFTA was like $8 or $9 for the stickers. Ooh, real tough. But I made the fatal mistake of leasing my truck, and the truck was a sweet find when I found it. When I had it for the short time that I had it. The truck only had 218,000 miles on it. Well worth it. For 2018 that was over 2 years old, well worth the price. So they actually had to do was put 4 brand new batteries in it. That's the only thing I had to do to that truck. For the most part, it was a good truck, ran beautiful, did its thing. The only issues I had to deal with was that stupid Bendix system. More problems, more aggravation, more headache. Not worth it. But as for the most part, yeah, I'm still sitting around looking for a job. It's looking for a good driver, safe driver, cautious driver. Let me know. Put it in the comments. A decent company, because right now there ain't too many companies that I see that are actually looking. I'm not looking to get rich off of it. I'm just willing to work to pay my rent, pay my bills. I'm not saying I need total top dollar, but a fair price, fair weekly paycheck. I don't care. But if you know anybody that's looking, I got a tanker. Don't have hazmat, but I do have a tanker and metal coils because I live in New York State. Most people don't realize this, but New York State requires people to have a metal coils for flatbed. Because about 10, 15 years ago, a flatbed driver had metal coils and didn't check his straps, and killed a few people. Took a turn too fast, coil shifted, came unsprung, and cut people's heads off, did some serious damage. So New York State, in their intimate wisdom, made everybody get met. If you live in New York State, you gotta have the endorsement. If you don't live in New York State, you don't need the endorsement. Tell me where that genius lies. But yeah, I'm still looking. Anybody knows anybody? Let me know. Put in the comments. Like, subscribe, share. Until next time, bye for now.